Episode 3478, How to Be Best Friends with Your Spouse.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you enjoying your weekend? Oh, I'm so glad you popped in here for just a few minutes. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time. It is Relationship Builders. And guess what? You need to be doing something with the person you're sleeping with. Oh, yes, how to be best friends with your spouse. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. All right, are you ready for this? Because let me tell you, it is time to rock the house. Why? Because you got to make a friendship. You got to be friends first. In a marital friendship, spouses enjoy each other's company, but also serve as confidants and cheerleaders. So to build a strong foundation in your marriage, you need to know how to be best friends with your spouse. Are you? Now think about that before you give me a definitive. Yes, no. And there's no definitive maybe. It's got to be either definitive yes or definitive no. If you're saying maybe, you're leaning towards no. I'm just telling you. Friendship in marriage is this unique blend of companionship, trust, understanding, and support shared between two people. And it goes beyond, though, this mere romantic love. Okay, I know. I'm going to use the word called lust. Believe it or not, you probably first lusted after your spouse at first. Why? You were drawn. There was an attraction there. Physical, that's lust. It's not romance, that's lust. But then it changes and moves to something else. And as it does that, right, then you have a deeper bond that's connected. But you see, that's more on the romantic side. What about the deep connection based on mutual respect, open communication, and empathy? Friendship in marriage involves laughter, shared experiences, and a sense of unity that forms the foundation for a strong and enduring relationship. It is about being best friends with your spouse, walking hand in hand through life's joys and challenges, and creating a bond that withstands the test of time. You know, it's interesting. It's easy to break it off with a spouse than it is with a best friend. Somehow you just keep coming back. You don't want to know why? Friendship is the glue of a strong and lasting marriage. Friendship is built on something more than just this lust or what eventually feels like this love. But remember, love is an action. It's a verb. And it's not just this thought of, whoa, or whatever goes through your mind. We're going to keep this rated PG, by the way. But seriously, friendship is one of those things that you got to hunker down on. This is where you anchor your marriage. It's about being best friends with your spouse, right? That glue. It transcends mere companionship and forms this backbone of trust, support, and understanding between spouses. So if you want an absolutely incredible marriage, you got to be friends first. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Be friends, Friends, first. I feel like we need to have the friends theme going on. Actually, it'd be more so like the bar. Who was the name? Why am I forgetting? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Everybody knows your name? Yeah, that's the song that needs to be going on behind us. Because you see, it's not about walking into a room full of people and everybody knows your name. It's about walking in and that one person that means the most to you knows everything about you. And that happens when you're best friends. That happens when you see the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you're still together. Not because you've made a vow, not because you have a piece of paper, not because of your religious belief or your spirituality. No, it's all because you are hunkered together and you're best friends. And to achieve this level of companionship, this level of closeness, this bond that's hard to be broken, you got to be friends first. So I'm going to break it down for you. We've got 7 letters in the word friends. And I want you to really think about, where does this show up on your radar for your marriage? Okay. This isn't about, are you a friend or not to your spouse? Most likely the answer to that is yes. But are you best friends? Are you going that extra mile? And so I want you to listen to each of them and pick 1 or 2 and say, yeah, I'm kind of like not good here and I could improve. We all can improve in all areas, even me. And I work on my marriage on a daily basis, even though he makes me mad sometimes. He's got his quirks. And guess what? I make him mad too. But we always come together because we see the bigger side of what we're doing together. That's because we're best friends first. And then our marriage grew out from that. So let's start with friends. F, facilitate open and honest communication. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any relationship, friendship, marriage, whatever it is, including the one with your spouse. Be honest. Listen intentionally. That means, hello, stop looking at your phone. Stop listening to me. Okay, not yet, but if your spouse walks in the door, you need to put me down. I'm just saying, you can come back to me later. And express your thoughts and feelings openly. Shannon L. Alder once said, when you stop talking, you've lost your best friend. Meaning that if you don't have open and honest communication, you don't have a friend. You got a friend in me. Right? Well, are you being open and honest? Are you saying, yeah, I kind of want to move into that? I want to talk more. I want to listen more. I want to be there for you. Facilitate open and honest communication. The letter R. Respect each other. Can I just tell you, we have lost respect in this world. And the hard thing is we're losing respect in our marriages. So you better start as a best friend and you better respect each other. Respect lays this foundation for a strong friendship. So treat your spouse with kindness, consideration, and appreciation. Well, that's a lot to anticipate. Acknowledge their opinions, their boundaries, and their individuality, their gifts and talents. A relationship built on respect is bound to thrive. Why? Because you see your spouse, your partner, for who they are. You're not trying to create them into something they are not. Now, let me also say this. If you're dealing with a spouse who has, I'm going to say it nicely, but I'm not going to go into great definition here. But if there's issues that you've got emotional instability, there may or may not be some abuse, or there is some that you feel is happening in the marriage. That is not what we're talking about here. Can I just make that clear? Because you can't respect someone who's beating you up. I'm just telling you. It doesn't go that way, okay? You need to seek help. You need to seek safety. But what we're talking about here is for our relationships, our marriages that are like, yeah, we're here, but we've got life. And yeah, every once in a while we get mad because, I want this or he wants that or whatever it is. We don't always agree on money, but somehow we make it through. We pay the bills. We got these kids. We got to take care of them. Like whatever it is. We like to travel, but we can't travel that much because our savings account's going lower. Okay, great. That's kind of your average relationship, okay? But we're not talking about all this craziness that's on the outside of either end of the spectrum, okay? So just keep that in mind. So facilitate, respect, I invest time and effort. With any friendship, your relationship with your spouse requires time and effort to flourish. So make it a priority to spend quality time together. Engage in activities that you both enjoy, not that you just enjoy, but that you both enjoy. And if you don't know what you enjoy, figure it out together, right? And create memorable experiences. Show up for each other consistently. Not because, well, I want something, so now I'm going to figure a way for you to pay attention to me. Or, yeah, I think it'd be nice to maybe get a little bit, let's have a little bit of hanky-panky. And so all of a sudden now you're all nice and everything's great. Nothing can go wrong. You get what you want, and now you're like, yeah, throw that one to the side. Not a big deal. Yeah, go do it. I'm just going to do what I want. Yeah, no. Invest time and effort into each other. Your spouse should be that 3 a.m. phone call. Whether they're at work, traveling, wherever they are, that should be the first one you want to pick up the phone and call if they're not laying next to you in bed. I'm just saying. But you know what? The sad thing is I asked that question to specifically women, and they don't immediately think of their spouse, their husband, as their first phone call. What does that say about our marriages nowadays? Would you make your husband, assuming he's not sleeping next to you, okay, he's traveling or something, if he is next to you, would you wake him up? Would he be your 3 a.m. wake-up call? Think about that. Because that's going to give you an idea as to where you are as, are you really friends? Are you building that strong foundation? E, empathy and understanding. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So cultivate empathy towards your spouse by putting yourself in their shoes. Validate their emotions. People feel differently. You can't sit here and say, you can't feel that way. Well, you can't tell me how to feel. Now, I can change how I'm going to react to what you did or said to me, but that doesn't change necessarily how I feel, but I can change my action upon it. So you got to be able to validate their emotions and say, I got you. I'm sorry that you're hurt. And not, well, I don't know what your problem is. Man, if I were you, I'd just pull myself up by my bootstraps and I'd get back on the horse and off we go. Do you think that's being very compassionate? Well, if you have empathy and understanding, you do. And let me tell you guys, you got to work on this. Because your woman out there, she needs empathy and understanding. And just because how God created us, women tend to be more nurturers. So empathy and understanding comes a little bit more natural. I'm not saying every woman's got it good, so don't send me those hate mails. Those emails, don't like them. You can send them if they're going to be nice and you want to say your point. I will listen to that, but not just to yell at me, right? We got to have respect, right? Go back up to the R. So empathy and understanding. N, nurture trust. You got to be a nurturer of trust. And trust, when you look at it, is the bedrock to any friendship, including the one with your spouse. And may I remind you, trust is earned, not just given lightly. A lot of people say, oh, when you say I do, well, you just have to trust me. Nope. You got to earn my trust, baby. You got to earn it. And you got to keep earning it. That means your actions speak louder than words. So I need to know that you're following through. Build trust through honesty, reliability, and accountability. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't sit there and take care of your best friend as in, your girlfriend or, your guy friends, all of that. Don't go and care for a stranger better than you care for your own spouse. Be careful about that. Come back to bite you. Trusting each other creates a safe space for vulnerability and intimacy to thrive. So if you're like, yeah, bring it on. Yeah, I know it's a great thing. But if trust's not there, intimacy won't be either. It's a fact. D, demonstrate love and appreciation. Did you know love is the glue that holds a friendship together? Think about that for a minute. Show your spouse love through acts of kindness, affection, and gratitude. And no, it's not just all about our 3-letter SEX word. It's not all about intimacy. It's not. Is there a benefit to that? Yes. But love isn't just that. Did I say it? Yes, I did. We've got to get crystal clear as to what we need in our marriages, because right now we've got people that are saying I do that should never have said I do. Maybe you've seen some of your good friends, and maybe you're in that position yourself right now. Maybe you never should have said I do. But now you're like, yeah, I've kind of grown to love them, and yeah, I might be able to. Great. How can you make them your best friend? So appreciate their strengths. Celebrate their successes. Support them through challenges. My friend, love is the language of the heart. And finally, S, which I kind of already gave you a sneak peek to, is support each other's dreams and aspirations. Supporting your spouse and pursuing their dreams and aspirations is totally, totally vital when it comes to being best friends. Encourage their growth. Cheer them on in their endeavors and be their biggest fan. If someone else is a bigger fan than you of your spouse, my friend, you're going to have problems. Exclamation point to infinity and beyond. You got a friend in me. Does your spouse have a friend in you? Because you see, a supportive spouse creates this nurturing environment for both personal and shared goals to thrive. So you got to support each other's dreams. And then, because you've got this marriage, right, built, this foundation is strong on friendship, then the two shall become one. That means you have each other's dreams together, which is that one dream, that two dream. What I call the one dream, meaning that it's your dream together, both of you. But a lot of people say, oh, when you get married, you have to give up something. So you give up your dreams and all of that. Not true. Maybe how you get to your dreams change a little bit. It all depends. There's so many twists and turns in life. You can't say it's one thing. But what I can tell you, if you're not supporting your spouse in regards to their dreams, you're going to live a rocky marriage. It's not going to be fun. It's actually probably going to be really, really cold. It's going to be a shallow marriage because you're not willing to say, I want you to live out your dreams. I want to support you. You got a friend in me. Okay, I've got that song singing in my head. So by taking the responsibility of being friends, right, Friends, you then can foster this deeper, meaningful connection with your spouse. And that's when you get to cultivate, you get to mend, you get to sit here and grow a friendship that withstands the test of time. You know you've got a great friendship, right? Now, just for a minute here, go with me here for a moment. Pretend you're not married. Go back to like a high school or college best friend. Or maybe it was early on like a kindergartner best friend, okay? Go back there. I know you've got one already in your mind, right? I bet you right now, if you picked up the phone right now, it would be as if you never left off in 5 minutes. Because you're just that kind of friends together. You know what? That's what you need in your marriage. But no one is putting in the time to do it. So my friend, you have to start doing it. You have to start building one brick at a time. Remember, the journey to becoming best friends with your spouse is a beautiful adventure with twists and turns, lots of different color. But I'm telling you right now, it's worth embarking on it together because you are better together. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.